Do this one thing for 10 minutes before bed, and you will sleep through the night after 65. That's it. That's the whole habit that's quietly helping people stop waking up at 2 a.m., at 3 a.m., at 4 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wondering why their body won't just let them rest anymore. The answer is a warm foot soak, done a very specific way, exactly 10 minutes before you lie down. It works because of something called thermoregulation, the process your body uses to control its internal temperature, so it can drop you into deep sleep. Warm your feet the right way at the right time, and you trigger that drop naturally. But here's what almost nobody tells you. Most people who try this do it completely wrong, either too early, too hot, or for too long, and end up feeling more awake instead of sleepy. I'll show you the exact mistake in a minute. And that's just the first thing. There's a second piece to this that most people never even hear about, something you can add to the same 10 minutes that roughly doubles how well this works, and I'll get to that a little later, so stay with me. You know the feeling. You fall asleep fine, but somewhere around 2 or 3 in the morning you're wide awake, mind racing, and getting back to sleep takes an hour or more. This is incredibly common after 65, and it is not a sign that something is wrong with you. Your body's internal thermostat simply gets less precise with age, and that thermostat is one of the main switches controlling how deeply and how long you sleep. Here's the mechanism behind the first piece. Your body needs its core temperature to drop by about 1 to 2 degrees to fall into and stay in deep sleep. When you warm your feet and hands, you cause the blood vessels there to widen in a process called vasodilation. Warm blood rushes to your skin's surface at your extremities and releases heat out into the room. A few minutes after you stop warming your feet, your core temperature drops faster and further than it would on its own. That drop is the exact signal your brain is waiting for to trigger deep, uninterrupted sleep. Researchers studying sleep onset have found that people with warmer feet and hands fall asleep faster and wake up less during the night because their body reaches that internal temperature drop more efficiently. Think of your body like a house with an old thermostat. During the day it's doing fine, but at night the signal to cool down gets weak and delayed, especially in people over 65, because circulation naturally slows and the blood vessels in your hands and feet don't respond as quickly as they used to. Warming your feet for 10 minutes before bed is like giving that thermostat a clear, strong signal, instead of leaving it to figure things out on its own at 1 in the morning. I want to tell you about a man I'll call Robert. He's 71, and this is a dramatized story that reflects what many people in his situation experience. Robert used to be a light sleeper his whole life, but after 65 it got worse. He'd fall asleep around 10 and be wide awake by 2, mind circling through the next day's errands, unable to drift back off until nearly dawn. He tried melatonin. He tried cutting out his evening coffee. He tried reading instead of screens. Nothing changed the 2 a.m. wake-ups. His daughter, a nurse, suggested something small. 10 minutes with his feet in warm water every night exactly before bed. No exceptions. Robert was skeptical it could do anything a supplement hadn't, but he tried it anyway. And here's where it gets interesting, because what happened next wasn't a straight line. The first few nights, almost nothing changed, and Robert nearly gave up on it entirely. It wasn't until his daughter mentioned the second piece of this, the one I promised to explain, that things actually shifted. So let's get into that now, because this is the part that made the real difference for him. The second piece is what you do with your hands and your breathing during those same 10 minutes. While your feet are in the warm water, resting your hands loosely in your lap and breathing out slowly, longer than you breathe in, for the entire 10 minutes, activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your body responsible for rest and digestion, alongside the temperature drop already happening in your feet. On its own, the foot soak handles the physical temperature signal. Add the slow breathing, and you're sending your nervous system 2 signals at once, one physical and one neurological, both pointing the same direction, towards sleep. People who combine both report falling asleep not just faster, but with less of that racing mind feeling that often causes the 2 or 3 a.m. wake-ups in the first place, because a calmer nervous system before bed tends to stay calmer through the night. Robert added this on night 5. Slow out breaths, feet in the warm water 10 minutes every night. By night 10, the 2 a.m. wake-up had shifted to 4 a.m. still there, but shorter and easier to fall back asleep from. By week 3, most nights he was sleeping straight through until his alarm. He told his daughter it felt like his body finally remembered how to shut off. Here is exactly how to do this, step by step. Water temperature comfortably warm, around 104 to 108 degrees Fahrenheit. Warm enough that you feel real heat, but never scalding. Too hot and you'll actually raise your core temperature and delay sleep instead of helping it. A basin, or your bathtub with a few inches of water, both work fine. Duration exactly 10 minutes, no more. Beyond 10 minutes the water cools anyway, and you stop getting the benefit, so there's no reason to sit longer. Timing. This is the part almost everyone gets wrong. Do this 10 minutes before you actually lie down to sleep, not an hour before, not right after dinner. The temperature drop that triggers sleep happens in the 10 to 20 minutes after you stop warming your feet. So you want that drop to happen right as your head hits the pillow, not while you're still watching television or brushing your teeth. Breathing while your feet are soaking. Breathe in through your nose for a count of 4 and out through your mouth for a count of 8 for the full 10 minutes. Optional addition: a tablespoon of Epsom salt in the water. For the magnesium, some people find helps with muscle relaxation, though the temperature effect is doing most of the work here regardless. Here's the first mistake almost everyone makes. They do the foot soak right after dinner, hours before bed, thinking earlier is better. By the time they actually lie down, that temperature drop has already come and gone, and they get none of the sleep benefit from it. The second mistake is using water that's too hot, thinking more heat means more effect. That actually keeps your core temperature elevated for longer, which works against you, delaying sleep instead of helping it. The third mistake, and this one surprises people, is scrolling on your phone during the soak. Screen light during those 10 minutes works directly against the calming signal you're trying to build. So even though your feet are warm, your nervous system is still getting an alert, stay awake signal from the screen, which can cancel out a good portion of the benefit. The correct version is comfortably warm water, exactly 10 minutes, slow breathing, no screen, done right before you get into bed, not before dinner, not before your evening routine. There's one more layer worth knowing, especially if you've been doing everything right and still notice some nights are harder than others. Room temperature matters here too. If your bedroom is too warm, somewhere above 70 degrees, it can partially work against the core temperature drop you just created with the foot soak, because the room isn't helping your body release that heat efficiently. Most sleep researchers point to somewhere between 65 and 68 degrees as the range that works with your body rather than against it. You don't need to change anything else. Just keep that number in mind if you find some nights harder than others, despite doing the soak correctly. Realistic time frame. Most people notice a difference in how fast they fall asleep within the first week, and improvements in how long they stay asleep, somewhere between 2 and 4 weeks of doing this every single night. This is a habit that works because your body starts to associate that 10 minutes with the shutdown signal. So consistency matters more than any single night. This isn't really about your feet, or your breathing, or the water temperature. It's about waking up at 7 a.m. actually feeling rested, instead of exhausted before your day even starts. It's about having the energy to play with your grandkids in the afternoon, instead of needing a nap just to get through it. You have more control over how well you sleep than you've probably been told. And it can start with something this ordinary, this inexpensive, tonight. So tell me in the comments, what time do you usually wake up in the middle of the night? You're not alone in this, and I genuinely love to hear your story.